recognise.
Well, I've spent a considerable amount of time meeting not just with the Trussell Trust as a minister, but as a constituency MP, and prior to that as a councillor in my constituency. And the reasons why people turn to food banks are complex and varied. And the key thing for us is, in some cases, it could be that they are missing out, the individuals missing out on formal support. And the priority for both myself and the department is to make sure that we work as closely as we can with not just the food banks, but with any support organisations who provide help for people in a sudden change of circumstances. Now, that could be financial, it could be bereavement, family breakdown, and or ill health. And the key is to get them into the formal support as quickly as possible, whether that's through a single point of contact in the job centres who can provide expert advice predominantly for the voluntary network of support that is available, or to actually do more outreach work to get there as quickly as possible. Now, the key bit with UC compared to the legacy benefits, I've already said over 700,000 families, predominantly vulnerable people, were missing out on an average of £285 per month. But by having that personalised named work coach, we can make sure people get that individual support as quickly as possible. Now, there was much coverage about the way UC works in terms of paying in arrears. Now, the principle of that was to mirror how work is, that when you enter work, predominantly you would expect to be paid in arrears. And what we were finding, and this was feedback from stakeholder groups, is if you've been out of work for a long time and you suddenly find yourself going into work having to deal with the challenges of that, particularly if you're low in confidence, and also then managing the fact that your money suddenly goes into arrears, it is far better to do that whilst you've got the support of your work coach in terms of accessing advance payments, so you can get access to your benefits in advance, and getting the universal support that can look at what you're claiming at, how you're doing your budgeting. And I'm very pleased from my ministerial position that we've announced the changes to universal support with the Citizens Advice Bureau, an independent, well-respected organisation which will be present in all job centres to provide that individual support to vulnerable claimants.